happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know y'all could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, we're seeing it go down on the set of ABC's The View. We got The View host Sunny Hostin absolutely losing after Kamala Harris' disastrous sit-down interview with Fox News' Brett Baier, guys, the other night. I'm excited to check it out, see their absolute meltdown. So we're not straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, y'all, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this out.
So now that Fox News viewers know what the truth is, do you ladies think that it'll change their minds at all? Or are they so deep into the cult that they won't? Tell me.
I don't think so. You know, I think that there will be people that will change their minds. I think that there will be people that were very shocked at that. I was shocked in real time because you have people that are never Trumpers that watch Fox.
She was shocked because she's seen her candidate absolutely breaking down, her whole campaign collapsing on itself live on TV. That's why they were shocked.
In real time, because you have people that are never Trumpers that watch Fox News. You have independents that watch Fox News. You have Democrats that watch Fox News. So the reason she appeared on Fox News is because she knows that there are openings for her there. But, you know, Brett Baier, he did himself a disservice by doing what he did. He is known for doing the bidding of Fox News, but he ends his show every night as fair, balanced, and unafraid. Well, that was not fair and balanced. And he has this history of appeasing the network's pro-Trump audience. And his emails were actually publicized as a result of that Dominion voting systems case where Fox.
Oh my, here she goes. Guys, that wasn't fair and balanced. The only reason why she thinks it wasn't fair and balanced is because Brett Baier, unlike any other journalist, he asked follow-up questions, holding Kamala Harris's feet to the fire on a lot of this stuff that she's been dipping and dodging from. That's what they don't think was fair.
Had to pay $787.5 million. And he said in an email that the Arizona call that was made on the night of the election, which Joe Biden won Arizona, was hurting us. He said Fox would be better off revoking the accurate Arizona call. The sooner we pull it, even if it gives us major egg and we put it back in his column, the better we are, in my opinion. I have a very different opinion of Brett Baier after not only watching what he did on the clip, but then connecting it to his real history.
Well, listen, I think that it was smart that she showed up. She's running, she says all the time, to be president for all Americans. So that includes Fox News viewers. To me, it was a mixed bag. And I think the reaction underscores why the country is so polarized and why the race is so close. The right was saying it was a dumpster fire, an unmitigated disaster. The left was saying this was the second coming of JFK. I think it was somewhere in between. She showed up and proved to Fox News viewers that she's not a moron like Trump has called her. She has a command of the facts, and she pushed back on this notion she can't be tough. She was extremely tough in the interview, and she talked about things that they often don't hear on their network, that Trump blocked this border security bill, and the border would be more secure today if not for Donald Trump. I'm sure there's a
I'm so tired of hearing this narrative that Donald Trump blocked the bipartisan border bill like this guy is currently sitting in the White House as the president. It just does not make sense to me. This is what they result to. And the reason why Kamala Harris is seeming so tough to them is because she's bringing up Donald Trump's name and bash him at every single. That was her answer to almost every single question the other night. It's actually sad to see this is what they think is tough.
Blocked this border security bill, and the border would be more secure today if not for Donald Trump. I'm sure there's a lot of folks Googling the reality of the lies about Haitian migrants because she brought that up on those airwaves. That's important, and calling out the enemy within comments. On the flip side, I do wish that there was an answer on border security that acknowledges more could have been done in the first 3 years. She's walked back things like fracking and admitted my position has changed. I think that would go a long way with swayable voters if she acknowledged it. But on the Brett Baier of it, I think the questions he asked were the questions Fox News viewers want answers to, but I think he did himself a huge disservice by using that clip, which was misrepresenting Trump's words. And I do think
misinformation.
It was wrong. And I think
No, we definitely needed to see that clip and that live reaction because it was almost like an instant fact check. It was like, while we're on the subject, Donald Trump just spoke on this, and he plays the clip. You can see that lit her fuse. It changed the tone and dynamic of the rest of the interview.
It was wrong. And I think he interrupted her way too much. It just was not.
That to me looked, the constant jumping in, I couldn't help but feel it's because she's a woman that he's going to keep doing this. So it got a little hard to watch.
because she's a woman, guys, they're going to run with whatever they can get. This lady shows up late to the freaking interview. This guy is forced to, just cram it all in. Everything that he's prepped for these questions, 20 minutes for someone who is known to be a word salad. She's filibustering the entire time. She's, going on and on. He has to go in and cut her off at some point to say, hey, we want to move on. Let's get to something else, because if not, we only got 20 minutes. I mean, come on, guys. And I understand it's because she was a woman. Give it a break.
Wrong. And I think he interrupted her way too much. It just was not.
That to me looked, the constant jumping in, I couldn't help but feel it's because she's a woman that he's going to keep doing this. So it got a little hard to watch at times. But I think she did a huge service to herself going exactly where people are. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is canceling interviews from 60 Minutes to CNBC, NBC.
Scared.
He's in hiding.
And she's going to
scared.
Fox, where I said this the other day, that you allow yourself to define who you are. If they hear it from your mouth, people aren't just talking about it. So people are going to watch and see how she held her own. The one thing I wish she had done is in that clip we showed of why is it so close? I wish she had said, Brett, with all due respect, you work for Fox News, which was sued, and they won for $787.5 million because of the lies and the misguidance of your information. The number one global threat in the short term is misinformation and disinformation, and I'm running against a person who continually shops in those conspiracy theories. That's what I'm up against, Brett. Like, I wish she had just shut that down, because that was such a clear way of saying, I love that she said I would never call voters stupid, but the number one thing she's up against is that people are getting their.
That was not brilliant, guys. She's literally I don't even have time right now. I wish we had the time, but I would pull up the clip and fact check. I've seen it surface. You guys will see it soon. She's literally said young voters are dumb, and that's why we keep them in dormitoriums. I mean, she's called voters stupid on many occasions, and they're saying it's brilliant now that
she had just shut that down, because that was such a clear way of saying, I love that she said I would never call voters stupid, but the number one thing she's up against is that people are getting their news from
unstable.
Well,
So
she said I wouldn't call them stupid because they're Americans.
To me, that's what it is. It's like a painting and contrasts, right? I remember when Donald Trump stomped out of a 60 Minutes interview 4 years ago, because now, as you just said, he refuses to do it, took off his mic and stomped out on Leslie Stahl. I remember when he threw Jorge Ramos of Univision out of a press conference because he asked him a tough question. I remember him berating Jim Acosta at the White House press room because he didn't like the questions. Kamala Harris went there, sat there, answered the questions about relevant things.
Oh my, she went there, sat there, and then her campaign staffers, her team was waving, flagging this guy, Brett Baier. Wrap this thing up, wrap it up. Your 20 minutes, your 19 minutes and 30 seconds is up. Come on now, y'all. She did not sit there through the interview. She was instantly waved and flagged off, cutting the thing short.
Harris went there, sat there, answered the questions about relevant things. I mean, she could have said, you know what, Brett, tell you what, why don't we just play music for 39 minutes, since that's what some, your supporters like. So she was talking about.
Listen to this. They literally have clap and laugh tracks. They have to, because nowhere you're clapping and laughing to that. I mean, come on, you guys. They might as well have played music. They literally might as well have played music. The way she just blamed Donald Trump, literally blame shifting the entire time, and tried to word salad, drag things out. She was going in circles. And you're telling me that you actually got something from. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Let me know.
Since
maybe
that's
you
what
guys see something else.
And your supporters like. So she was talking about what she had to talk about, answering the questions. She wasn't talking about Hannibal Lecter. She wasn't talking about windmills. She was actually talking about the issues she was getting asked about. And before she did this interview, there was an event that I think has not gotten enough attention. She did an event with I think over 100 elected and former Republican officials that flew to Pennsylvania to be with her, flanking her. And I think that's what she's trying to do, peel away these unaffected Republicans to get them to vote for her.
And she mentioned that over and over again during the interview. I thought that was very powerful. She looked like a commander-in-chief, and I would be, she did.
Is that what a leader looks like to you? Someone who is that easily frustrated or angry, you literally let anyone control you, control your emotions. I don't know, guys. That's not what a strong commander-in-chief looks like to
vote
me.
for her.
And she mentioned that over and over again during the interview. I thought that was very powerful. She looked like a commander-in-chief, and I would be, yeah, she did. She looked presidential.
Yeah.
She was strong, and I think even most importantly, you know, this notion of humility. You need to be humble. You can't be passionate. What I was really distressed
You can't
at.
be passionate?
You can't be passionate. It's described as aggressive.
Who said
right?
that?
Well, Dana Perino, right after this panel, offered this very predictable assessment. She said Harris came in hot and then got angrier. It's the angry,
did not.
It's the angry
That's
black
baloney.
woman trope. The
She
bottom line
never
is,
was angry.
Oh my goodness, guys. I just knew we weren't getting out of this segment without Sunny Hostin bringing race into it. They're saying that, well, she's saying, I'm not even going to put this on all the rest of those because it's usually just Sunny. She's saying that, they're trying to paint this as the angry black woman. She literally went up there and was easily angered. She was frustrated. She was waving and wagging her finger all inside this guy, Brett Baier's face. I mean, what else are we to, come to the conclusion of? It just does not make sense to me. What do they want us to think? They want everyone to live in this false reality, which we can see clearly by this segment right here. We were watching 2 different interviews on 2 different channels. We had to be, because the way they're describing, they've seen a strong, fierce, strong leader. I definitely didn't see a presidential candidate that looked like a strong leader, commander-in-chief during that interview. She simply just looked like someone who was easily controlled, toyed around with, and that's exactly why they're putting her up there. I mean, it's someone who isn't able to. My dad always used to tell me, if you're able to, get angry, if someone's able to, get underneath your skin real quick, that means you're letting them control you. So she's easily controlled is what we're getting from this interview, guys. I don't know. That's just me. Hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one week.